So some of you might have seen my recent video where I reviewed my TriCast Excellence 980 pole, where I told you that I recently have left TriCast. So what I decided to do is look to get a new pole. And the pole I've gone for is the Daiwa Connoisseur G90. A lot of people might be surprised that I've gone for a G90 as it's sort of a mid-range pole. But I'm going to talk to you in this video about the few different reasons why I decided to go for this pole over a top of the range pole. So the first reason I've gone for this pole is budget. My budget was probably in and around £3 and there is a lot of the top of the range poles you can spend, buy with that sort of money. But the problem is the spares that you get with the pole. I generally need quite a few spares, so I might need some short top kits for when I go snake lake fishing or shallow fishing, and then I'm going to need some longer top kits and some power top kits for when I'm fishing for carp or if I'm fishing any natural venues, fishing for silvers. So I think a good tip if you're buying a pole is to go for a pole a little bit below your budget and buy plenty of extra spares, just so you've got a nice array of elastic to cover all your fishing. Well, another reason I've gone for the Connoisseur G90 is the durability factor and the strength. One thing when you are buying a sort of mid-budget pole is you do lose a little bit of stiffness and a little bit of lightness, but what you gain in that is a lot of strength in the pole, so it makes it quite durable. So that's just a nice thing about this sort of pole. And then if you are worried about the stiffness, then you can buy some short number 4s, and I use this all the time in my fishing. You put a short number 4 on this pole, and to be honest, it's absolutely brilliant. At 16 metres, it's brilliantly stiff, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Well, another reason I've gone for this pole is because of the availability of spares. The Daiwa poles have been recommended to me by a lot of people because they say that the spares are dead easy to get. All the poles that are made in the UK are interchangeable, and that's just ideal. You don't want to be struggling to get spares. You want to be able to make sure you can get all the kit you need. If you break a section, you can get a section nice and quick. Also, another thing about a Daiwa pole is if I do want to upgrade in the future, at the minute my budget is a bit tighter and I've gone for a G90, but if I do want to upgrade to one of the top end poles, this will all interchange and this can be a spare pole, and that just makes a perfect sort of reason why I bought this pole, because the spares are dead easy to get hold of. One thing I would recommend is I find that certain poles suit certain types of anglers, so this pole is perfect for the sort of fishing that I do. But what I'd always advise is go out and try a pole before you use it, or go to a pole alley, pick it up and see what you think. Because I think some anglers prefer a stiffer pole, some might want a stronger pole, so go out, give a go of it and don't rush into buying a pole. I actually got to have a try of Tom's, who's behind the camera today, his pole, because he's got one of these as well, and straight away I picked it up and I just liked it. I thought it was brilliant. Tried it with my short 4 on, lovely and stiff, even at 16 metres, so that was the one for me. Could tell it was dead strong. That's one thing I would definitely advise. Try the pole out before you buy one. One thing that's very important is to get your elastics set up perfectly in your top kit and having the correct top kit configuration. I'm going to cover that in a later video, talking through the different types of top kits that I use and how I set them up in terms of bushes and puller kits in order to get your elastic working nice and smooth. So I've used this pole 3 or 4 times now. I think it's absolutely brilliant and I'd recommend it to anyone.